What up, Culturevators? Welcome to another episode of Culturevate. We got HB in the building, Coakley, and a reoccurring guest, Ardwell Arian, MP Ardwell Arian. How? Obviously, we knew you before you became an MP, right? Like, how is that transitioning? Everybody calling you MP, like people you went to school with probably calling you like MP.
For me, it just sounds like Mister.
Yeah.
So it just replaces the word Mister to MP.
Oh, okay. So you ain't like nah, you gotta call me MP.
Nah, I don't do that.
Not yet.
I don't do that.
So anyway,
All we got for today, Christian.
so since the start of 2019, well, probably before that, I would say the start from this 444 album, Black Excellence. A lot of the movers of the culture, the hip hop rap culture, the Diddy's of the 50 Cents, the Jay-Z's, they've been on this tip about, Black excellence, Black owned, support who supports you. And the people that normally support you are the people around you, So I would like to hear your opinion on that, HB.
Okay. For sure, I know Diddy and Jay-Z specifically is working hard on it. 50 a little, still a little crazy. You don't want to work with, you don't want to work with anybody still, but
But he's still putting people on though.
yeah, he definitely putting people on, but like the forerunners on it right now.
Who 50 put on?
Huh?
Who 50 put on?
What you mean? Who 50 put on?
Recently.
Well, he put on.
Yo.
He co-signed for Casanova.
Yeah, he's
Casanova.
Yeah, but Casanova on Rock
Casanova.
Nation right now. Memphis Bleak is who pick him up. So
but when Memphis had him, he wasn't bubbling.
No, man, when Memphis he was bubbling before Memphis got him, he was already bubbling.
Yeah, but like little bubbles.
Yeah, but he was still bubbling.
Yeah, well, basically he co-signed Casanova. I didn't want to say he co-signed Tekashi 6ix9ine, but
What he did?
He was saying, but he was already hot at that time.
But 50 like solidifies him as he's
legit, of course.
Legit.
And that song was garbage anyway.
Yeah, but
Wait, continue.
back to the initial thing. I think it's a good movement. Again, we in a climate where everybody about this Black Power movement, and it's a good initiative on their behalf. I still don't understand what the whole scheme behind it. 'Cause I know it's something behind this thing with Jay-Z and Diddy. I ain't really understand it to the level I should.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna find out later on. But I really think they got master plan behind this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's a scheme. I just think it's two things. Hip hop itself is a lot younger, I would say, than other genres of music.
Correct.
It is
the youngest.
And now we've seen the people that we grew up on, we've seen them maturing and getting older, right? So Jay-Z rap about a certain thing before he was younger. Now he has experienced a lot of things in life, right? And Jay-Z, Diddy, and a few other rappers, they rap about they rap about their lives. So now they're rapping now about the next point in their life, and now I'm actually a little happy to see, like he's not only talking about money, but how to get money, how to empower others, and so forth.
How to generate
So I think what we've seen is that we just seen that the people that we grew up watching, they're getting older.
Yeah.
And we on their journey with them.
Yeah.
But I like the story that they tell it now. I feel like we should be supporting our own more. Not saying that we shouldn't support others, but we have been doing that for so long already. Like that's all we have done. We've always support everybody else but us.
Yeah.
So I like having rappers tell us to. I remember when Chris Cross come out, I wear my clothes backwards because Chris Ross did it.
Really?
I tried it too.
My mother wouldn't let me do it.
I went out.
I didn't leave the house. I didn't leave the house, but I tried it. Actually, no. A lot of people in NBC do this. I'm pretty sure you never wear your T-shirt inside out.
No.
Me, nah.
Wait, your tags. No.
Is it Dominic? Nah.
Yeah, that was an NPC swag there.
Yeah.
But so rap has a power to influence a culture, a whole culture. So the fact that now they trying to influence us to think differently, invest more. You hear a lot more rappers talking about investing.
Yeah.
Which I think now like open up your eyes to other stuff instead of just buying jewelry. Like buy a Wingstop, buy a McDonald's, buy this.
Like for example, like 21 Savage. I don't know if you guys notice it, but like he's off of like big chains, like rocking excessive diamonds.
Yeah.
Only thing he rocks right now is earrings.
Yeah.
He said himself right now, he's done throwing away his money on jewelry, trying to invest his money, trying to create wealth, and like I see that that's a trend right now, and like especially even with the Rockefeller brunch.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know that was a thing until they like how you say it, the certain climate. I feel like all of them want to like portray, but like they want to show us like, yo, if we come together, we could we could shake the ground.
Remember in the group chat I put in, yo, one day I want to get invited to
the Rockefeller.
Yo,
I would imagine.
When I saw that, yo, like
just don't be a groupie.
Yeah.
Meek Mill said, no, yeah, people there trying to be groupies taking pictures with Jay.
Nah. I make it to the Rockefeller brunch. I ain't being no groupie, dog. No, but for me, what had catch me is like, you know, the double-breasted suits. You know, like everybody was clean. Like it wasn't this show of like ice and grills. It was just a show of like, yo, look, hey, nothing. Cause hey, you know, I've been by you. I want more grills. Yeah. You know, it's just this show of like, yo, we come together. We support each other. We can put on things that we don't need validity from anybody else, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, when I saw the pictures of Nipsey Hussle and all of them in it, I was like, yo. And then I understood why Dame felt the way he felt. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, Dame wasn't invited?
I don't think he was invited. No, he wasn't invited.
It's
I don't know if you saw like out of nowhere he apologized to Lior and Jay and
No.
Dame Dash?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
Send to me,
Facts.
Yeah. So like the brunch happened Sunday and like Monday. There's this video surfaces.
He started saying he missed his
like,
friends.
He's sorry.
He apologized to Jim Jones.
He
and Jim Jones had issues?
Yeah, he and Jim Jones followed.
Yeah. So I saw that and I was like, yo, you know.
Okay, but let me ask you this, because this is what I mean. I don't know what's the plan they have in the future. Yeah. Don't you think that Diddy and JC want to be known as the people that started this movement in the hip hop culture?
I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than that.
In what sense?
Because like for example, there's this movement. I don't know who started it, and it was by Back the Block. Like for example, T.I. and Killer Mike are right now in Atlanta, buying up blocks and remodeling. So they're doing the remodeling. So they're gentrifying the neighborhood.
Hold on, so they're doing black gentrification.
Yeah, but what they're doing is not they're remodeling, but they're trying to remodel within a certain price range, so they can keep the current individuals that live there, but open to, because they were saying, you know, in the neighborhoods there's only liquor stores and cash advance place. Like you're not building or generating anything in those neighborhoods. Those neighborhoods it's just siphoning money in. And it's going out, you know. So they want to start back this, you know.
I understand now.
Black, you know.
But then you don't answer my question.
Okay, yeah.
My question was, you don't think that JC and Diddy want to be known as the people who started this movement?
I mean, the thing is, Jay-Z, because to a certain point, of course, these are famous people. Yeah, they're rich, and they have a little chip on their blood, on the
I don't see it in the next Jay-Z line soon.
But it don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, look, but it don't matter to me.
It doesn't matter for me.
But you know why? Because we have accepted everything else they said anyway. Yeah. So I don't mind now you rapping, even with ego or boasting. If you come up to say, yo, I made 100 other millionaires, right? That's the best thing I can hear from Jay-Z.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's not something that they started actually, because if you start from the genesis of the Black Panther movement in California, they were saying the same things, like
even before that, even Black Wall Street.
But it's a different. I specifically say in a hip hop community, not Black Panther.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, the Black Panther movement and hip hop run the same trajectory. Like the people that was in that movement are the ones that kind of like that. Because if you look at the history of hip hop, you'll see like the groups of debatable. Because look, like
but they are influenced. They are influenced by it.
No. Listen. Because from the beginning of hip hop, you heard in rap about Louis Farrakhan. From the beginning of hip hop, you heard about Huey Newton, Fred Hampton. You heard it from hip hop artists. So it was always that movement. It's just that, in my opinion, these guys are here saying, look, this is something that's been here. We need to really look at this as something to come together and do it. I don't think that they want to be known for it. I just think that they're saying like, yo, we are better together than
I personally think they're just getting older and they're realizing, yo, I want to make a change before I go. they may have a different effect on this world.
I personally think it's the best of both worlds you want. At this point in time, ain't nothing they ain't doing hip hop. Period. All he could do now is be bigger than hip hop.
Yo, they got a lot. They got a lot of stuff they ain't do yet.
No. In the sense of this, the whole idea. They capitalize on this whole climate right now, right? And I'm not saying is make sure it's clear. Wait.
They creating the climate. They capitalizing the climate. They creating the climate.
I don't think they created the climate.
They ain't created the climate
because
they bring more attention to it. Then.
Making more attention to it. Yeah, but the climate. This is where it is right now. But my thing is, I think that again, music-wise, I don't think you could do much more of what Jay-Z did.
Yeah, they already. Yeah,
in music, they did the gods of hip hop. We agree?
Well, Jay-Z,
I know, but did he?
In music. I mean rapping. No, I just saying in music.
Yeah, black entrepreneurship.
You can't talk about hip hop. You can't talk about Diddy.
Exactly.
I could.
No, you can't.
As a producer, his label.
I'm talking shit.
First one was
I can trigger real quick. Say what?
First of all, homie from Fat Farm. What you name? Russell Simmons.
Don't say homie. Respect the man's name.
Sorry, Russell Simmons.
This is the foundation of their jam.
He was what Diddy and Jay-Z is now. He was running the game, right?
Yes.
Now, after that, Diddy and Jay-Z took over. Ain't nobody could debate that they the number one people in hip hop currently from then to now.
Yes.
But what can you do after you done everything in hip hop?
Retire, forget about everybody
No,
else.
I think hip hop next step. Hip hop next step is to create like a some kind of a union.
No, listen.
That's what I think too.
Nori was talking
That's
about
what I thinking too.
For example, like the whole situation with 2 Milli, with a Milli Rock and Fortnite taking all that. If they have all these guys put all the money together, put resources, have like some lawyers on deck, have some different professionals on deck, so like people in the hip hop community could use that the resources and do stuff,
or even say, we as the hip hop union, we are against Fortnite, right? And we gonna put all of our support from Fortnite.
Yeah.
Right? You could do a lot. Yeah. Or invest in a new game. Like you have this new game come out similar to Fortnite, Apex Warriors or whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to
yeah. So
better Soldier Boy system.
So
Did you buy it? You buy it?
That's it's a trap. It's a trap.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But or like, because what I think this showing is that how much power we have as black people first of all, and then hip hop as a culture. They trying to prove
definitely
that point. And
because hip hop is the biggest genre in music right now.
I mean,
yes, hands down.
Hands down.
I would say the most influential.
No, they're the
They definitely
overtook
everything
in numbers.
Look at the Billboard top 100.
Yeah, because we cross with them too.
Say top 25 acts. I guarantee you, at least 60% or 70% is hip hop acts.
I mean, doing concerts and so forth. Who making the most money right now?
Taylor Swift and
exactly.
But they have more poppy feel, which is more aligned to hip hop.
No, but it's not hip hop.
But hip hop is a new pop though.
Hip hop is a new pop.
And in EDM still out there killing.
But where did EDM come from? Where that trap song come from?
Even your girl Ariana Grande. Check her new music. Is hip hop influence?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I heard she's sort of beat like the beat. The new song that she has sound like something Soldier Boy.
Seven Rings.
And don't forget, right?
Soldier Boy.
Ariana Grande, right, has the top 10 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, she has the most.
She has almost 153 million followers.
Top on IG. On IG or just in all
IG.
Jesus.
She's like top 20 in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, just check it to verify.
Let me tell you, if this new world order ever takes shape, right?
146 million followers.
You one of those?
Of course. He's 156.
Am I following her?
He was an unfollow just now.
Thank you. You see?
Yo, if this new world order ever take shape, right? she could run for president of the world,
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
146
I didn't know
million.
who's number one from here.
I think
It's
it's
not
number
hip
one.
hop.
No, number one is
Selena Gomez?
number one is IG itself, IG Instagram,
Yeah.
and then I think is
Christina Gomez.
Christina Ronaldo.
Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo?
He's top 5 for
How
sure.
much is Ariana Grande?
146.
Oh, yeah, she tied with Selena Gomez. 146.
Selena Gomez got them numbers too.
Yeah, yo.
Yo, cause I was watching Fire in Festival, right?
Yeah.
And they paid one of the influencers, I think Kylie Jenner,
Yeah,
$200,000
for one post. So imagine how much they're paying them.
Christina
for
Ronaldo,
posts.
155, yeah.
Of course, if I got rich,
Yo,
I'll definitely
right.
pay them.
Cristiano 155 followers now.
Yo,
So by the way, so my girl Ariana Grande, she's not only my girl. She's
Well, anyway, back to this black-owned businesses. Do you think that's something that can work on St.Maartener?
It gonna be way more difficult.
Do you think you could shop black-owned for the whole day? Or
Okay,
for the whole
nah.
week?
I think let's try it. Let's go. We wake up in the morning, a Saturday morning, all right?
You go to Enoch's
So
place for
we
breakfast.
have. So you will never cook again in your life?
You know, I don't know. You said a typical day.
No, I think Saturday morning.
Okay,
right?
Saturday morning. Oh,
We get to
Enoch's
know.
place?
Okay, so we go Enoch's is a black-owned restaurant,
Yeah.
right? You get some food there, breakfast. No, then we go.
If you want to shop,
Oh no. So
groceries.
my car running low on gas. Which gas station are going to? Which is the black-owned gas station?
The one
Fire
in
French
Boshu.
water?
The one in Boshu.
Oh, DQ, the one.
Oh, right, Marlin.
Marlin,
So
yeah.
hopefully we have enough gas to get to Dutch Water. Oh, but it don't right now though.
Oh, okay.
The one on Boshu there. But
You didn't think so, yeah.
yeah, man, the black panel running it, man. The pan with the Audi.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
I
that.
shouldn't be saying man. Yeah, boy.
So
Okay, we get gas.
Yeah.
Okay, we get gas. We're back home. Open my fridge empty as shit. I gotta do groceries. Where
You know Cold Bay, right across from Tropicana Casino. There's a new supermarket open
Is that
there.
That's Chinese
No,
panel.
it's a black owned panel. Like
You
like,
talking
the
about
Chinese
baby
here,
where Afro
right
was?
next to him. No.
He's Spanish guy.
No,
Valentino.
He's not Spanish. He's a local guy.
Okay,
I
okay.
know him personally. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, that's his.
And the Chinese open right next to him.
Yeah, but the Chinese, that's a supermarket. That's like a food place.
Okay. So we don't go shopping there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what about Samuel? I mean, the region. We got Samuel. We got him.
That's the
Yeah.
money for bread.
Only for bread. Okay.
Uh,
But it's a
Yeah.
shop still, so we could do grocery shopping at least.
You can do grocery shopping.
After you do grocery shopping, Christian like to buy food on the road seemingly. So
We got a lot of
where we gonna buy lunch?
places.
Yeah,
We could go.
It's about barbecue for the rest of our life.
That's barbecue.
What is it right there in
Marigot?
What is it called?
Some
Barbecue?
Moose?
Moose.
Moose?
Yeah, we
Moose.
support Moose. We
Shout out to
support
Moose.
Moose.
Moose barbecue, okay.
You know?
But we have a lot of charcoal in our system
Yeah.
for a long time.
Oh, even to the charcoal, like local guys producing charcoal up in the hills.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
definitely.
like,
That's where Moose buy from?
yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we want to do a little bit of exercise. We're going to a black owned gym. Oh, we can, yeah,
Fire Fit.
Fire Fit
Right
upstairs. We got
Oh, yeah.
Christopher
Christopher,
Emmanuel.
yeah.
We got
got
Juliet's.
Yeah, Juliet.
Okay, so
Then I'm going to my black owned home. and I sleep for a black owned business.
wait, okay.
To work?
We were saying black, but we want to do black or we want to do
Local.
local. Yeah.
Local, then we going off topic because local could be non-black. We
Yeah.
talk about black owned
Yeah,
businesses.
because there's a difference between
Local-
because the thing is like, when they talk about black in the States and they talk about black in the Caribbean, it's a little different because culturally there's a lot of people culturally that share the same things that we.
True.
And to say too, like,
But
we are the
we-
majority in the. We're really
That don't mean nothing. We're the majority, but we don't own as much as
right
others.
right here in St. Martin, we are the majority, but we are.
But because we're the majority, we have
why we don't own
opportunities.
nothing?
Huh?
Because people who had the places, they sell off their.
Yeah, but
their
I don't
property.
think I don't think we understood back in the day because really and truly this happened. I don't think in the last 20 years, St. Martiners have sold out.
I think so.
More than they have prior to that.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Then I don't know,
Especially
you know.
because of when your let's say your grandparents acquired a lot and they worked hard for something and then the children inherit it and they want quick money or whatever and then they lease or they sell quick.
I rather lease than to sell. You know?
Yeah, but and that's the trick with leasing too. A lot of people don't realize this, that when you lease your land and I build something worth $3 million on top of your land and you want me off, okay, fine, but you have to buy me out. How can you if you don't got $3 million, you can't buy me out. So that's the danger with leasing.
So but how does that work on an end though? Because when they lease up.
When it's up, so I want my land back. Okay, fine, but I want my building. It's because it's two separate things. So I lease the land from you, but I own this building.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and the building value more than the land most of the time.
But with a lease agreement, because we everything is in a fine print, and that's something I learned late in life.
But it's almost zero people gonna do it. Look at that place over there, Indigo Bay. It's a 100-year lease almost.
Yeah, 99
right?
99 years.
Yeah. So when all those mansions built up there, who built?
That's it.
That's it.
It's
a wrap.
Yeah, but hey, but yeah. So the distinguishing between, because here in St.Maartener, there's a lot of St.Maarteners that aren't necessarily black, but they share culturally a lot with us. So I think you group both of those things together. Can you buy local? And then the next question is, what is a local?
So maybe we should.
I don't think we should do local. I think we should stick to black owned stuff, because we're doing local. Of course, we could buy local.
No, but the thing is, what do we consider a local?
Oh no, let me not say local. Let me not say local. Let me go to.
What do you consider St.Maartener?
Let's consider St.Maartener.
Even a deeper question again.
No, because for me, look, like,
what you consider a St.Maartener Christian?
Well, and here's the thing. I wasn't born here. But I live all my life here. Like, okay, I identify with another culture, and I identify heavily with it, but I'm here in St.Maartener because St.Maartener is somewhere I call home, you know.
Christian, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Are you a St.Maartener?
Yes.
Okay. You're St.Maartener.
I am St.Maartener.
Okay.
So what do you consider as St.Maartener then?
If I'm willing to identify as St.Maartener, if I'm willing to go, if not even willing, like, I am prepared to die for St.Maartener.
Oh, okay. You're St.Maartener.
So
if I hear that as an answer, right? That touched me already.
Yeah, because look,
I almost like that's true patriotism.
No, because listen, what we're going through right now, and with all this political turmoil, and it's a good thing we have the MP in the right? Because when you live on an island and you feel okay, because let me just backtrack here. We've all went to Holland. You've been to Holland, Drew?
No, I never.
Okay, well, we all three of us lived in
Holland.
We know what it is to say I am from St.Maartener, and you get a reaction like, oh, okay, and then you come back here, all educated. They send you, first of all, the government of St.Maartener send you away to educate you, then bring you back to I don't know.
Yeah,
they just bring you back, right? And then you are in a job sitting down next to a Dutch person that went to the same school that you went to, but they're in a higher function, and they're making more than you, and you probably went to the same school they went to. Probably got better grades because your parents ain't playing that nonsense. And here you are almost as a second-class citizen. So for me, I find that very discouraging as an individual. And when that happens, it hurts me. Like and I can simply say, you know what, to hell with that. I go back to Trinidad. You know, I got my masters, blah blah blah. I don't get a big job, but that's not me. Like
Yes, you from here?
Exactly. Like, I know more about St.Maartener than I know equally about both countries, but like St.Maartener is where I sleep, I go, I work,
I mean, you probably know more about St.Maartener because like you don't know what happens right now politically in Trinidad on a daily basis. Yeah, you do.
But I know. But to the level where I can have a conversation with
but to the level of St.Maartener, like the same level of St.Maartener.
Yeah, to the point that I can have a conversation with someone from Trinidad about what is going on right now.
Okay, that's good.
But that's just me because I can have a conversation with somebody what's going on
in the US
right now.
Yeah.
So that's just me, but for me, I consider myself a St.Maartener because like I'm willing to die for St. Martin. Like I don't want to
Fair
see
enough.
That's one of the best lines I can hear.
We went to that.
So what about you?
You born here, partner?
I'm born here.
Let's check in.
I'm a St.Maartener, like generations from here, you know. Like the typical St.Maartener story.
No, hold on. There's a difference. I had this conversation the other day. You being born here, see, like Christian ain't born here, but he willing to die for St. Martin. You have people that are born in St. Martin, but they're not St. Martiners either. In my mind. So
I'm willing to die for St. Martin.
so you bought, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, they don't use that. I'm dying for St. Martin. Okay, now I'm joking.
Okay, what makes you a St. Martiner other than being born here?
I don't know, the love of my country.
How you just show your love for your
It's
country?
the life I know. Like,
How you just show your love for your country?
how you show love for your country?
Yeah.
He from both sides.
Yeah,
too.
I'm from both sides.
Yeah. So how do you show love for your country?
How I show love for my country? I don't know. I live the Caribbean lifestyle. Like
How do you show love? You say?
Hey, the mark
I said
come out to your show.
Okay.
yeah, man.
You born here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
the mark come on your show. Like, yo.
Nah, I born here, definitely.
You're a St. Martiner?
Yeah.
Yeah, yo. Yo. He didn't tell me his chest. You from St. Martin? Yeah.
Nah.
I think so.
No,
I feel
because
so.
Christian had a line of the day.
Yeah.
So I was there thinking, what I could say to top that. But
I would live for St. Martin. Yeah. But
you see, the answer he gave wasn't a typical answer you usually hear.
Yeah.
Right? I never hear. Period. That's what I say. Like you're willing to die for something. Usually you hear the typical things in the sense of my mother for here, this and this. Or somebody would say, I consider St. Maartener a person who lived longer on the island and lived where they originally born. And that's a good statement to me as well.
and someone who embraced the culture.
Who embrace the culture.
Living here to me does not make you a St. Martin. There's people in St. Martin, right? That they're living here to benefit from St. Martin,
But that's
convenience,
what I'm saying.
but they don't
You have to
care.
embrace the culture.
They don't care for our culture. They don't care for our people. They don't care to contribute to give back to our people. They don't nothing. It's just basically leeches.
Yeah,
they get
true.
the
That's it.
accidents and they fly.
And the first little inconvenience, they out of here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Irma.
Well, yeah. So usually you have those kind of people too. You know what I'm saying? That says, I live in here longer than where I originally came from. So, but I ain't gonna lie, I never take it in the sense of you're not embracing the. It kind of inconsiderate to me if you're staying on a place longer than your original place, and you're saying that you're not embracing the place.
But a lot of people do that.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of people don't, but to me it's a certain type of ignorance. Because when I was in Harlem, for instance, I represented St. Martin fully, but I from DH. When I over there, Den Haag. You understand? If I go over Rotterdam, we ain't want to hear nothing about Rotterdam. It's Den Haag. You understand? So I have to embrace
Amsterdam one time.
the place. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So you embrace the place you're in at the moment. But I never say, yo, I gonna die for Harlem.
Nah. I would never say that either. Like, I
could live there forever. I would have never said that, but I would embrace the culture.
Yeah.
And respect the culture. That's
I
different.
respect the culture.
So for me, let's say you don't have to. Let's say maybe like do everything that we do culturally, right? We should respect it. I feel come out like you can't only support your events, for example, from your home country in our country, but never show up to any other events.
Facts.
Right? You don't come to no domestic violence matches. You don't come to the library. You don't come to no football matches. You don't support the leagues. Nothing. But Chinese New Year's, you show on the whole. Let's say you show on the whole street, all shops. Right? You
big newspaper ad.
And it's constantly with different cultures, a lot of different cultures. Not only Chinese, point them out, that's the first thing that came to my mind at that point in time, was a lot of different examples that I could call. And I think, well, you think about, since I'm a politician right now on this show, because Christian mentioned earlier, I had asked to separate local from a St. Maartener. So do you believe that we should
Local from a St. Maartener or black?
No, well, we keep talking about local, but a local, what is a
What is a
local?
local? Yeah, okay, yeah.
In Anguilla, they have the Belonger, you have the Anguillan.
Yeah. I just heard about that the other day.
Yeah. So, do you think that we should have a St. Maartener? I ban on Holland, by the way, because I know Christian treated my face just now anyway. I know he's waiting to pull that trigger.
I really reached around the table. Where you from?
Utrecht.
Okay.
My rep too much.
Twente.
You were there for Holland?
Twente.
Huh? You were there for your country?
Yes, I would St. Maartener.
Okay.
All right, boom, boom.
Good answer.
Do you think that we should have a St. Maarten? We should identify what a St. Maartener is on paper in our constitution, in our.
But I think
should it be recognized in our government, in our policies, in our laws?
I don't know, because there's a point where it becomes discriminatory because.
You think so?
Yeah, because
Other countries do
Why?
it. Let's say in Thailand, for example, no foreigner. If you weren't born in Thailand, for example, you can't buy land. So you only could buy. So you can't buy a house that's on free land.
Yeah.
You only could buy it with another Thai person. You could buy a condo. So if you have a condo building, you could buy a unit.
But let's say, for example, that you are a family that was generationally part of Thailand. All your family born in Thailand, and for some freak reason, your mother had to go away to have you, and then you come your mother comes right.
No, but
back.
that person still identifies as someone from Thailand.
Yeah, but
because of their mother. No, because of their parents. So in their law, he's still recognized as a
even
Thai.
though he wasn't born.
Yeah.
So you now belong.
No.
And a belong would be
Belongs to somebody that came from another country, like Dubai, for example, and went to Thailand to live, and now even for 10 years, but you're never gonna get that.
I think it's necessary, because there's going to come a time in St. Maarten where culturally you will not be able to recognize or make a distinction between what is locally St. Maarten and what it is now. And I think it might be necessary to do something like that, to preserve that cultural base on St. Maarten. Because
what about the US, for example, quickly? When I think to be a president, you have to be born in the US, right?
Born in the US, yeah.
So you think we should apply something like that to St. Maarten too? That to run
Definitely.
to run for elections period, you have to be a St. Maartener.
That's a good question.
Boy, I think maybe to be prime minister, you have to be.
I think like what you said, they should apply to a certain height. Like example, like in the States of, like they have people who made it to Congress. Like you don't have to be a born citizen.
No.
Like if you have like maybe the highest level of
so to be a president,
you have to
vice
be born
president, you have to be.
If you want to be like the governor or prime minister, you have to be born here. But to be a minister.
So that's all ministers then should be St. Maarteners.
I feel like it should be like a step lower, because you never know, because people from outside, they could have like real love for the island, real love for the land.
Then you could work in the cabinet. It could be an MP.
Well, yeah, but like
couldn't forget these are appointed jobs now.
Yeah.
So this is appointed jobs.
But I feel like I said, like how I was saying, like the highest level, like the prime minister and governor, they have to be local. But like
St. Maartener. We're trying to identify, separate the two.
Yeah, to be St. Maartener. But like to me, like if you want to be a minister of parliament or just a normal minister, I feel like you shouldn't just limit it to being a St. Maartener, because you never know the influence someone who have from the outside, who have genuine love for your country.
But that's the thing.
So then why, if that's, because America's 300 million people, right? And they are more advanced than us in a lot of different areas, right? They claim. So why wouldn't they apply that same thing? So because it's the same thing you're saying, right? Why wouldn't they apply that then there?
What?
That a president should be from any race, from any.
Because like that's the highest body, the highest. Like,
but ministers for us is the highest body too. The ministers are executed. They do the same thing as the president. They execute.
No, but like to me, the minister of parliament, that's like Congress. That's like for the Congress.
I mean the president of parliament. I mean, no, that's about ministers, not parliamentarians.
You talk about ministers or members of parliament?
No, ministers.
Oh, okay, members of parliament.
No.
Ministers. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
the prime minister, president, minister of TIAT, the minister of Rummy.
They should be like saying they should be St.Maarteners.
I'm asking you if you think they should be St.Maarteners. The people who execute.
I don't think you should limit it to that, because, I mean, people outside perspective could help us inside.
Yeah, but
he's saying that they could work in the cabinet.
they can work in the cabinet. They can still influence.
Yeah, but like.
Nah, he gave you answer.
No,
You like keep on
I'm saying, yes, you could give me influence, but you could do it in my cabinet.
Yeah,
but
but
Trump got a bunch of advisors.
Correct, but he said yes.
Okay, you, HB. Yeah, what about you?
Me, no. I don't think there should be they shouldn't.
But why not?
They shouldn't be.
Why not? Like,
no, because then if you want to give advice, then you be an advisor.
but sometimes like, if you want to get your point across, like, you could be in a position of power, man, a position of control, like, you know.
No.
Okay, so you think if we had to change the laws right now, you have to be a St.Maartener after we identify them, right? The only St.Maarteners can be presidents. I mean ministers. That's what you would want.
And members of parliament will be only.
Whatever you want. Tell me what you would want.
I for sure think for members of parliament it should be St.Maarteners.
Okay. But then
Ministers, because ministers have to get the information. They still need to talk to people in parliament, right?
yeah, we just control them.
Minister of parliament is the highest body in government.
Members of parliament.
Members of parliament.
Yeah.
So, in that case, for sure, the MPs should be local St.Maarteners, ministers. To be real, I think they should be St.Maarteners as well.
Okay.
I don't give
only St.Maarteners.
Yeah, because look, again, if I just watch it like this too, right? Globally, if I go China, I can't be no member of parliament, no minister of China, right? I could be an advisor from St.Maartener coming in.
Even that.
Maybe not even that, but the possibility is there. Yeah. But the possibility of me being a member of parliament in China is zero. Can you imagine that?
Super fact.
Yeah, so let's be fair.
We had a black president, man. Guarantee we never have a black
president of what?
In China. No, we had a black American president.
We
never have a black minister, president, nothing in China ever.
So, and that was just an example of one country. You have different countries doing the same thing. So, to be fair, right? Why not? Why not give it to locals?
Okay, so Christian, you weren't born here, but you're a St.Maartener. What do you feel about that? So one day you say, I want to run.
Look, listen, I ain't got no problem with that, you know, because here's the thing. Because when I look at countries like the Cayman and Bahamas, Bermuda, they don't have that law, but they have an Anguilla. They have that similar law where if you ain't from here, if you wasn't born here, you can't buy land here. If you ain't from here, like we protecting our own, and
we small.
Yeah, and we're gonna protect our own because we've seen this in the past before, and it don't go well for the inhabitants. So I have zero problem with that, because at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, I have a country I could go back to and do something, you know. So I don't have a problem with that at all, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. Like the buying land point, especially like say oceanfront property. I feel like if you want to buy oceanfront property, you have to be a St.Maartener or be in like working with a St.Maartener, because like that's where we can make the most money.
Yeah.
And, like if a foreigner comes in, they buy all the oceanfront property, they're making all the money, send it back where they come from.
Yeah.
And we ain't enjoying none of that.
But the thing is too, we can also, because in St.Maartener we reach a point where we can't do that anymore. But we could prevent capital flight. We could prevent these people from investing and then easily sending their money out. You know, so I think that's something that we need to start looking at now. Is prevent capital flight, because just recently Matt was in by and they said how much billions passed 13 billion guilders.
I mean they got the numbers. It just,
no,
it just sounds very high.
But I don't know if it. Remember, I had sent you the
Yeah, from the word central bank, but it wasn't 13 billion.
It wasn't 13 billion, but it was still in a bit. It was
billions.
It was still in a bit. It was still in a beginning billions, but it's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if we could prevent capital flight, because St.Maartener is $1 billion economy. I don't believe
Front
Front
Street.
Street is $1 billion street, but St.Maartener is $1 billion economy, and I think if we prevent capital flight and we do things to preserve what St.Maartener is culturally, I think we could reverse some of the adverse effects these things have, because I know a lot of people want the Dutch to come because they think they're fed up with us locally, local politicians or whatever taking advantage or whatever. But I think it's never bode well in history. It's never bode well for
The oppressor to come
yeah.
back again.
And I'm not saying that the Dutch is oppressing us, but it never bodes well for the local inhabitants, because so for me it's like I think we could fix our own problems. Like it's going to take a lot longer, but we can fix our own.
I mean, look, every other country didn't face their own problem.
Yeah.
Like even the countries that we want to come in, they didn't have problems before.
Of course, yeah.
And who fixed their problems?
Themselves.
Only the US will come in and fix other people's problems by destroying the whole country.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, that was a heavy episode.
One of more heavy ones.
I don't feel like heavy. I like it. I think that there's a topic needs to be spoken about even more now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially
But for the year, this was one of the most heavy ones.
Yeah, just that too.
Yeah. And our last heavy one with Jose was a real good episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, Culturvators, don't forget to like, comment, share. Let us know what you think about the topics that we had today. Let us know what you want to hear more about, our opinions. Thanks to our reoccurring guests, MPR area, your boy HB in the building, Coakley, sorry. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
Yeah. The cover. Shout out. Culturevate. Shout out Culturevate. It's on the cover.